I think the market has radically changed. In 2026, there's just some things you can't sell anymore. But I believe most coaches still sell it.
So in today's episode, we're going to talk about what's going to make a coaching business tumble and fail because of the content of the offer, the thing that we're trying to solve, the core progress that our clients are going to make. Because there are some things that you cannot sell anymore in a coaching business.
For the last 3 weeks, we set up like a challenge. And the challenge is for our clients, we meet with them every single morning at 7 during the weekdays. So every morning at 7, I check in with the clients and I'm amazed what that does, because what we've been doing is we normally have the meetings where we speak about strategy, systems, structures, business numbers, stuff like that, very strategically. But what we've been doing in the morning it's just been about upgrading you as the business owner. It's just been personal development, mindset, and making sure that you're changing some beliefs, some focuses to operate from another level in your business. I get more and more people actually being with me at that time in the morning. But apart from that, we also see that they start writing now, that they see a positive change to how they start their mornings, how that affects their day.
We're going to talk about the worst offers in the coaching industry. Where do you think we should start? What's the biggest problem?
I think what we need to be aware of is that we live in a time that has changed. And only in the last year, AI, it's in our daily life now. 2 years ago, we didn't use AI. If people want information, they Googled information. Today, every second person you speak to today say, oh, my best friend AI, the chat GPT, or my boyfriend.
My work husband.
Oh, my work husband. People literally use AI every single day, believe that they get really great help. People build their offers by going into AI and ask how to build an offer.
Yeah.
People truly believe that the advice they get from ChatGPT is great advice.
From one perspective, it could be.
It could be, yeah.
The problem is that it isn't tailored to your situation. There's so much more that happens before you're able to create your offer.
Information is available, and not just available. Most people believe that they have access to all the information they need. What does that mean? It means that when you're trying to sell an offer, you cannot sell information because they already believe they got all the information they need like for free or in ChatGPT or at some other platform they use, some AI tool.
Yeah.
So you can't sell information anymore.
No, because people believe they have it sorted. And just to give you an example of that, currently right now, I'm building a stable for some goats that we're going to buy. And I literally went into Google's Gemini and I said, hey, I'm building a stable for our goats. What's important? Okay, so there are a couple of things that they don't like. There are a couple of things that they prioritize. Here's what you need to prioritize, so on, so on.
Yeah.
But what I got was a step-by-step guide in all the layers from building the foundation, building the flooring, the walls, all of it.
Yes.
Meaning that if I were to come across a coach that said that he could help me with that, I would feel that I had it sorted out. Now, it's a bad example because I actually have it sorted out. I would have built it without AI. The thing is, I believe I got the information. I believe that I have the information, meaning that someone wanting to help me to build a stable wouldn't be a good offer.
But I believe that when we have the contractors, they will be able to find something and say, oh, why didn't you just do that? Or you should have done this. So professional people would probably see it, but it's a goat stable. It's not that important and you want to do it your way.
It's the most important thing in the world. What are you talking about? It's our goats.
So information is everywhere. And that takes me to one thing we said here. People believe they know it. So when we are selling offers, we need to speak to what they believe they need, not what you know they need.
No, yeah.
So that's one of the mistakes we're doing. We can't sell information anymore. We need to sell results. Yeah. We sell guarantees that people will hit a result. That's what you're actually selling.
Yeah.
Getting a result is not about just getting information. It's about having a process, but having help, having accountability, having that person that guides you on the way and supports you and keep you on track. That's literally what you're selling in a coaching offer today.
Yeah, and here's where people are off with information. People believe that just because I'm all sorted out, because I have all the information, it is a false belief. Because anyone listening to this, including you and me speaking about this, anyone in this world has at some point in life felt that they have a couple of pounds or kilograms too much that I could do well losing. Everyone knows what it takes to lose weight.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, you can ask anyone and you would get an answer. And it would be slightly accurate. And if you actually did it, you would lose weight.
Yeah.
Eat less, move more.
Yeah.
Done. I want to believe, at least, that people are seeing that, okay, there is more than information that is needed in order for me to reach my goals, in order for me to be able to have that thing that I say that I want to have.
It is certainty that I will reach my goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what people are buying. So knowing that you need to give people certainty that they will reach their goal, what do we need to have in a coaching offer? What's important in coaching offers to put in to an offer?
So first of all, we need to define the result that we help them achieve.
Yeah.
And the best way to present that is usually in a 3-step process. So here's what's going to happen in phase 1. Here's what's going to happen in phase 2. Here's what's going to happen in phase 3. And it doesn't matter if the program is 4 weeks or if it's 12 years, like it doesn't matter. We can always describe it in these 3 phases. So what will be solved within the first 30 days?
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. We need to figure out the goal. Then we need to figure out what can I guarantee with connected to those goals.
Can I just stay with that? Because I think it's gold what you're saying, because most people don't have that in their offers.
No.
They don't have the process. But what you're doing is you're future pacing. So when you're giving an offer, the person on the other side can see themselves already in the next, like you said, 30 days. I already got this thing. So I'm moving towards my big goal by achieving a small goal already in the first 30 days.
Yeah.
That is making it real right now. That is not something that will happen in my life like in 6 months, but it's something that will happen. If I sign up today, it will happen literally in the next month.
Yeah.
I will start seeing this change. So future pacing, what happens in the first month, then the next phase, and then the third phase, is easy for them to see that this is my journey. This is how my life will change in the next time.
Also, when we are buying a lot of coaching ourselves, when we are buying coaching, what we are looking into is what can we expect within the first 30 days?
Yeah.
What can we expect?
Yeah.
Because if they don't have a good answer, then we don't buy. So connected to the goals, we need to figure out the guarantees. So what can I guarantee this person on this journey?
Yeah.
Because there is a difference between goals and guarantees. There is a difference between promises and guarantees.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is facilitating the reward part. So what's the reward of working together and taking care of the risk?
Yes.
We want a risk reversal that helps them to realize that, okay, the risk is insignificant.
Yeah.
So we have the goal, we have the guarantee.
Yeah, the goal, when
promises.
you say goal, it's the outcome, the promise of your program.
Yeah,
like the
so-
big promise.
Yeah.
Like where would you be? What would you achieve working with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. And then we figure out the guarantee. What can I guarantee? If you're doing less than 20,000 euros a month, I would say that you haven't had enough clients yet to have like a one size fits all guarantee, but you will have.
Yeah.
But what I would do then is tailor fit the guarantee based on the conversation. So what, based on what we've said now, do I know that I can help this person solve because I know my program? And then we give a tailored guarantee based on the conversation. The easiest way to come up with a guarantee.
I think most coaches actually struggle the most about the guarantee because they are
Not doing what I just said.
Yeah, and they're afraid of giving guarantees.
Yeah, sure. But why would anyone invest in you if you don't dare to invest?
If you don't dare to have a guarantee. Like if you don't trust your own program, why would anyone else trust your program?
No. But
so how do we help them?
You can never be responsible for your clients, but you can always be responsible towards them. Like it isn't a secret that every client that's ever bought coaching understands that, okay, some of this is on me to make happen.
Yeah.
Meaning that they need to show up, they need to implement, they need to do the stuff because it's not a magic pill.
Which means that if you are fabricating or if you're designing your guarantee right now, you need to ask yourself, so what can I guarantee when or if my client is the ideal person, because we only sell to the ideal avatar, is the right person and they actually implement everything I give them and everything I say to them they should be doing. If they do that, what can you then guarantee? Why would they enter your program if they were not committed to do the stuff you tell them?
Having that trust enables me to dare to do a certain things that changes my life. So the transformation is really what we're selling. You becoming capable within a specific area that is important to you.
Yeah, but I would love to give some specific guarantees, because what could that be? Because guarantees are such a big part. A lot of coaches are trying to avoid giving guarantees, and then they come up with a story about, well, I don't need guarantees because I know I'm good and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, but the people who's going to buy your program don't know that yet. Because the reason why people buy, they need to trust you, they need to trust your process, but they need to trust themselves, which means that we need to give them a guarantee that helps them to install that trust. Guarantee is better when it's specific.
Yeah.
Something that is measurable. We can measure if did we hit the guarantee or not.
Yeah.
You doubled your views on your Instagram account. You got double your revenue. And now I know when I say this, we have a lot of life coaches saying, yeah, that's easy for you because you sell monetary goals. That's easy. But what about me who is selling personal development or an emotional change? How do they do it?
I usually say the first thing that is the easiest way to make it tangible is to tailor fit it to the conversation. That's what I like. So I can figure out, okay, so what is the thing for you? And then they say whatever. And then we take out of that information and then we create the guarantee because it's easy.
Yeah. But we can also have guarantees that are more universal, like money back.
Yeah.
Money back if you're not reaching this after this, or I work with you for free if you did not reach this, right?
Until we
get this goal. So those are all just for building certainty within the person that, okay, you actually care more about reaching the goal rather than caring about you just buy my program. We'll hope and see how it goes. Really good. So if we're looking at another mistake in coaching offers is, I believe a lot of coaches are trying to sell the process or the tools.
Yeah. But the thing is, people don't want more stuff to do.
No.
They are prepared to do more stuff if they know that it's going to lead to a desired outcome.
Yeah. I see offers that sound something like that. This is the promise. I give you the tools to do this.
Yeah.
We don't want tools. We don't want that, because what does that imply? It implies I give you work. I give you something to work with. People don't need more work. They don't want to buy more work. So I think the easy way here is there's two things you're selling. And I think most people are focusing on what they give, what they teach, what they give. But what you should turn it to is what they get.
Yeah.
What do they get, not what do you give? Because you give one thing and they get something. But in your offer, don't focus so much on what you give. And I understand a lot of coaches are focused on, I give this and I give this and I give this. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you give. You need to build your offer from the perspective of what do they get?
Yeah.
They get this. In the first month, they get this outcome. They don't have any risk. Like, they get what? People care about themselves, not what you give. No one cares about what you give.
No.
They want certainty that
I will achieve an outcome.
They'll achieve the outcome.
Yeah. In order to create a great offer, you need a couple of more things, but that's the foundation.
Yeah. So those are the key drivers, and also about the thinking on how I build my offer and what I absolutely need to avoid in my offer.
And most important is to facilitate risk and reward.
Yeah.
So that we make sure that we cover both. We need to do a risk reversal that takes away the risk, and we need to enhance the reward.
So how can we enhance the reward even more?
So we could add bonuses.
Yeah.
Bonuses are designed to make the journey easier, meaning that most offers that, again, don't work or not effective in 2026 is that I'll give you my entire bundle of X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
You'll get 24 hours of bonus material on a different subject that I have created. We're helping coaches run businesses. Before we did that, we helped individuals to build their personal finances. Bad bonus is like, you're also going to get everything that I created in my own niche to help people to get X, Y, or Z happen in their personal finances. The reason why is because it makes the backpack heavy. They're already in for a hike or a climb. They're going to climb a mountain and you're filling their backpack with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So what is a good offer, bonus?
Good bonuses are always something that makes the journey easier.
Yeah.
So instead of filling their backpack in with a lot of stuff, the best option to that would be to like, and hey, here's a Sherpa for you. He's going to carry the backpack for you, run up and run ahead, set up camp. So when you arrive, you're going to have a campsite set up for you. So it's going to be easier. We want to create that kind of sensation. How do we do that? Well, we could do that with specific one-on-one calls to begin with, onboarding. We could take care of custom GPTs.
I think custom GPTs, way too less coaches are using them because I think they're a little bit afraid of using it.
Yeah,
but custom GPTs are amazing to give to your clients.
So what is a custom GPT? It's a GPT that you've trained. So you've taken all of your frameworks, everything that you know, you've created a specific training or exercise or a specific solution to something, and you have said to GPT how to respond and what to rely on giving this answer.
Yeah.
Meaning that we have a GPT to create our offer based on the exact thing that we've said now: goal, promise.
Yeah. We have a GPT for our clients that will literally guide them through to create the offer for them. What does that mean? Instead of them thinking and doing wrong, it will literally guide them.
That is what all the bonuses are all about. There are many, many more that you could do. Of course, there are some relevant materials that you could add. Then the last thing that we have, it isn't really managing either risk or reward, but it's the thing that gives the entire thing an edge. Now makes the most sense to make this decision. Yeah. And that is scarcity and urgency. So we have scarcity and we have urgency. There is a number to what's the maximum capacity that you have or are able to take in at once. That's scarcity. So you could add that, but the easiest one is urgency.
Yeah.
So urgency is something that you could leverage towards everything else that you've just given.
Yeah.
If you're able to say yes to this now, I will be able to give you the GPTs as a bonus. I'll be able to give you this payment plan. I'll be able to give you this guarantee. If you do not say yes to me, to the offer right now, I won't be able to promise you that I can give you to you next week.
Yeah. So there's an urgency to when do we start?
Yeah.
You need to make a decision now.
Yes.
We start now. Most people who buy coaching today have had help before. And when people still need help to sort the same thing that they tried already to get help with before, most of the times they say, well, I was left on my own. I didn't have anyone to ask the questions, or I couldn't get help when I got stuck. What does help and support look like for you? How can you guarantee that this person will get the help? What would that look like?
I would bake it into the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 part of goal mapping. So when we're like, here's the promise, here's what the program is designed to do. Phase 1, 30 days. Here's what it's going to look like during phase 2. And here's what support is going to look like in phase 3. Your offer should be able to be explained in a couple of minutes tops. Like, here's what we're going to do. Here's what it looks like done. Because if you give them too much information, guess what? They'll get overwhelmed. They're going to have to process that.
Yeah.
But here's the reality. I got to think about this. Could you send me some information? They're buying you because you are a part of helping them get over the edge and get the outcome.
So we made a custom GPT for you to test how great your offer is today. So we'll put in a link down below. So go in and test your offer, where to upgrade your offer.
Yes, do it. And use it and have fun using it. If you've liked this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in another episode very, very soon, released every Wednesday.